The neurodevelopmental continuum squat begins on the ground, just like a lot of our other things do. We're going to start here from prone. Jeff's down in prone, lifts his head, pushes down into the ground, pushes up into quadruped, posteriorly weight shifts from quadruped to the bottom of the squat, and then establishes a nice tall spine. And then we reverse it, doing the exact opposite. Anterior weight shift, back down into prone. Why we do this isn't exactly how babies get into the bottom of a squat, but what we're taking from this are the principles that baby has to go through to get into the bottom of the squat. Once we're able to do that, now we see Jeff's able to curl the bell up to exacerbate that weight shift. What I was saying earlier about what the principles we take from the neurodevelopmental continuum that the baby does is we're trying to establish the same things. We need to establish a nice stable spine in prone. We need to gain control of the head, and we also need to then take that to where we can push down to generate stability and generate some weight shifts. And that initial weight shift from prone up into quadrupeds is a very important step that oftentimes gets missed. Can be very beneficial in helping with the push-up, but what we utilize it here for is to get into the squat. Now you can see Jeff's also doing the same thing, but we're just working out a quadruped in the last couple examples that he did. Now he's going all the way back down to prone. We're going to do the same thing. He's going to pause in quadruped, lift those knees up to exacerbate that pushing down. Then once we get into the bottom of that squat position, we can curl a kettlebell up. And again, all that's doing is magnifying that anterior-posterior weight shift that we're trying to establish in the bottom of the squat position. You notice how Jeff hasn't stood up yet. What we need to do is before we stand up, we need to make sure that we're really good in that bottom position. We really need to make sure that that bottom of the squat position is something that we can access very easily and very readily. From here, he's transitioning out of short kneeling, minor adjustment to the bell, but it's the same thing. We're pushing down into the ground through the hands to lift the knees up, just like we did out of quadruped, only now we're doing it out of short kneeling. Pulling the bell in, curling up, controlling a little bit more of a weight shift, getting all the benefits that baby gets without actually moving like a baby.